So in the entire course which I'll try to cover, we will cover all the important topics, but before that we must have a proper knowledge of our syllabus. So of NET, that is National Eligibility Test, which is conducted every year twice for physics. We have three parts. One, general aptitude. Second, or say reasoning. Second is core, and third is advanced. So in general aptitude, now we should know the marks, weightage. So number 1 point, we will have to attempt 15 questions out of 20 questions, that is 2 marks each for 30 marks. Number 2, for core, we have to attempt 20 questions out of 25 marks, 3.5 marks each for 70 marks. Number 3, now we have to attempt 20 questions out of 30 questions, 5 marks each for 100 marks, and the total weightage is 200 marks. So we must plan accordingly. We will understand the syllabus, what we have in our part A, part B and part C. So in part A syllabus, there is basic questions like you can have general aptitude, reasoning, maths, simple mathematics, and some topics of physics also, like the subject also. So it's vast, like you have to practice it, like previous year questions and some more books. And here it is the most important part where we can score well with like easy questions with our general reasoning with lot of practice. Now in part B we have math, physics, classical mechanics, electrodynamics, quantum mechanics, thermodynamics and statistical physics and electronics. These are all the basic BSc topics which we have studied in our bachelor degree. Now in part C what we have all of the part B topics, that is all of this including atomic and molecular physics, condensed state matter, that is solid physics, and nuclear and particle physics. These are the advanced topics which we have studied in our master. So we will understand the basic topics that we will cover under math physics topic, that is vector calculus, matrices, differential equations, Fourier series, complex analysis, Fourier transform, Laplace transform, probability, numeric analysis, tensor analysis, group theory, Dirac delta, beta and gamma functions, partial differentiation, Taylor series expansion and Jacobian. And now you must be thinking why this topic is so important. So if you study previous year question paper, which we must study like 10 years previous years, math physics carry a huge weightage. Like if you have good concepts in math physics, then it's like good for you to score much more marks. We will get 3 to 4 questions, that is for sure. We will get more only, not less, in part B, and 3 to 4 questions again in part C. So we can calculate from here. If we calculate it, we will have, so if we calculate 10.5 to 14 marks in part B and 15 to 20 marks in part C, that is above 25.5 to 34 marks only in one topic you can score, that is math physics. So it is really important. So we will now see other parts and their syllabus and marks weightage as well. So for quantum mechanics we will see the syllabus, which are like basically I am giving an overview, it can be here and there. So wave function, time independence, Schrodinger equation, uh, formalism, quantum mechanics in 3 dimensions, identical particles, this is important topic, time independent perturbation theory, time dependent perturbation theory, variational principle, WKB approximation, this is also an important topic, adiabatic approximation and scattering. So these are basically the topics. We get 1 or 2 questions from perturbation, from identical particles, from WKB approximation. It varies year to year. So now let's see the marks weightage. So more or less we get 3 to 4 questions in part B every year, more or less. It varies every year, and 3 to 4 questions in part C. So we get a huge point in 3 topics mainly. We can say quantum mechanics, math physics, quantum mechanics, math physics, and your electrodynamics. All these are main important topics. And then we have classical mechanics, thermodynamics, stat, that also we will discuss. But these three are the main marks carrying topics. So we will get 25 to 34 marks weightage over here only. It will be more or less every year. Sometimes it's 40, sometimes it's 25 only, or 20. That depends. Now thermodynamics and stat, this is also an important topic. Basically we have law of thermodynamics 1 and 2. Then zeroth law of thermodynamics is also there. Then Maxwell relation and thermodynamic potentials, ensembles, random walk. Random walk we will include that in probability topic also. That then here also we have random walk, phase space, then Maxwell Boltzmann, Bose-Einstein, and Fermi-Dirac statistics. These three are mainly the fundamental of our statistical mechanics. So we will study wisely these 3 points. Then black body radiation, Ising model, then full like kinetic theory and all that are included in thermodynamics only. So I have not written that because that's a part of our syllabus in lower classes. Then Kirchhoff's law, Stefan's law, Stefan Boltzmann law, and there are so many others. We will discuss that later. So the marks weightage, let us see. 2 to 3 questions in part B and 2 to 3 questions in part C also. More or less 17 to 25 marks is over here. This is also a good amount of marks. So now let's see other topics as well. Okay, so we have classical mechanics. Classical mechanics, we have Newton's law of thermodynamics, stability analysis, non-inertial frames and pseudo forces, angular momentum and torque, central force motion, rigid body dynamics, special theory of relativity. From this topic we get more or less one question every year. Lagrangian and Hamiltonian, these are like fundamentals of classical mechanics. We have to solve problems regarding this. We all know that. So that we will discuss when we will do obviously classical mechanics. But for now the marks weightage are like 3 to 4 marks, 4 questions in part B and 2 to 3 questions in part C. It is like normal. So 20 to 30 marks is also from here. It can be less and it can be like more marks also. That depends. I'm only giving an average view of what we can have. Like I have studied previous years and more or less we get this marks weightage. So electrodynamics, now here we have so many things. Mathematics, that we have to learn whole mathematics here, because we will apply Laplace here, we will apply many more things here. So mathematics must be fully clear. So that's also a point over here, mathematics involved in EMT. Like what we say, Gaussian we will use here, many more things. Electric field and potential in vacuum, conductor and polarization of dielectrics, multipole expansion, capacitor, Laplace equation and boundary value problem, electric image method, motion of charged particles, magnetostatics, magnetization and magnetic materials, Faraday's law and electromagnetic induction, Maxwell equation. This is most important. And Poynting vector, this is also an important topic over here. Electromagnetic wave, electromagnetic boundary value problem, this also carries like good questions we get from this topic as well. Gauss and Lorentz transformation, circuit theory, this is also most important topic, like the most marks carrying topic in our net syllabus. So 3 to 4 questions from part B and 4 to 5 questions from part C. We get sometimes 5 questions from part B also. Like I am writing this, you might be thinking this is such a huge marks, but yeah, we do get so much marks, 30 to 44 marks from this topic. So now let's see more topics. Electronics, here we have network theory, the whole Thevenin, Norton's and other theories. um, Semiconductor diode, BJT, bipolar junction transistor, field effect transistor, Zener diode and optoelectronics. Zener diode problem, electronics, you must think that your base must be clear and you must have problem solving techniques. the more you practice in this topic problems, the more you will be fluent. And then op-amp, operational amplifier, this is one of the most important topic in electronics. Feedback and oscillator circuits, digital electronics, microprocessor, sometimes we get questions and sometimes we don't even, but it is an important topic. So the marks weightage we will see 2 to 3 questions from part B, 2 3 questions in part C. So 70 to 25 marks we get. It's sometimes very less and it's sometimes much higher, but average we will get this type of questions. Nuclear and particle physics, up till now the topics we have discussed are all from part B, and these all are included in part C as well. So we are discussing part B and part C. Now the three next topics are only advanced physics, which we study in a master's. So there will be less marks weightage, but good scoring points in topics. So nuclear and particle physics, basic nuclear properties, nuclear models, radioactivity, particle acceleration, nuclear reaction, elementary particles, radioactivity, and other problem related questions are very important here. And in particle physics we have to study all the particle physics problem, like particles we have to study nicely, like bosons, fermions, and others, like all the properties we have to study the chart. When we will discuss nuclear and particle physics, then we will be clear what I am talking about. So 2 to 3 questions in part C. Obviously in part C only we have 10 to 15 marks. Sometimes it's one question also, that doesn't matter, but average we get 2 questions from here. So 10 marks does matter. By reading few topics we will get. So next we have atomic and molecular physics. This is also advanced physics topic only. Bohr-Sommerfeld theory of hydrogen atom, quantum numbers, electron spin in magnetic dipole moments, vector atom model. Here the most important topics, or say we get questions, are from LS and JJ couplings. We get to find that Landé G factor values, some easy question, basic questions also we get. Spectra of alkali elements, Zeeman effect, Pastenbach effect, Stark effect, X-ray spectra, pure rotational spectra, vibrational rotational spectra, Raman spectra, and electronic spectra, and laser. Laser also we get one problem each year, more or less, like in average. So 1 to 2 questions in part C, and sometimes we get more, like 5 to 10 marks we will get from here. Now the last topic which we will discuss for today is solid state physics. Solid state physics is also an advanced topic. So here we have crystal structure, reciprocal lattice, this point is important, X-ray diffraction, crystal bonding, lattice vibration, thermal properties of materials, free electron theory, band theory of solids, semiconductor, magnetic properties of materials, dielectric, superconductivity, defect in crystals. So here also we will get 1 to 2 questions in part C and 5 to 10 marks. Solid state physics in NET we have less weightage, but in GATE we have much more weightage of solid state physics. So whole syllabus of NET, GATE are same. So we will study all the topic wisely. Like no more like we will give this topic much more weightage or that. That is not the case over here. Once you prepare for any one competitive exam, you will be able to prepare for others also, because the topics are more or less the same. The only the question papers which we practice, like practice test or mock test, or the amount of questions we solve, that varies for GATE and NET. And the like pattern of the paper is also different for NET, GATE we will discuss in some time later. But for now we have discussed all the 9 topics. And yes, general aptitude, we must practice questions every day. This is a nice scoring subject. So that's all for now. Thank you. Hope you like it.